So, today we're going to be graphing inequalities. Inequalities. So, we'll start off with the basic of inequalities. Does anybody from middle school, from elementary school, remember what this symbol is called?
Oh, that's the Pac-Man or
alligator.
The other one.
Pac-Man.
Okay.
I call it Pac-Man. I learned.
Listen. All right. Please write this down. Please write the proper name for it. So this symbol is less than. Now I know students have a hard time remembering the difference between less than and greater than. I'll show you a trick in a second. This symbol is your greater than symbol. So this one's your less than, this one's your greater than. Okay? The way I remember the difference between these two is the less than symbol is the one that you can actually spell less than. Okay? So the one that looks more like the L in the correct way of writing an L, I know it's kind of squished, the angle's not there. That's the less than. So the one that looks like an L is your less than. Got it? So in high school, when you see these again, you realize oh, this is less than, and then therefore the other one that doesn't look like an L, because this one, I can't really spell less, right? That's the greater than one. Okay? So that's my little trick for you to remember, okay, what's the difference between less than and greater than? All right. This one we know. We should know from elementary school. The crocodile, the alligator eats the bigger number, right? Remember that? Cool. All right. The new ones, maybe, for some of us, Jonathan, would be this one. Does anybody know what this symbol is called?
No, not a symbol.
All right.
It's a symbol.
This one is called less than
And greater than?
or,
Greater than?
whoops,
Is it both?
or equal to. Write this down, please. So this one is called less than because it has the less than symbol, right? Or equal to because it has a half an equal sign, okay? So this is like equal and a less than put together. We call it less than or equal to, okay? So this symbol is less than or equal to. Elizabeth, we're paying attention, focusing, because this is the foundation for the next 2 weeks. So this one is called what? Greater than, greater than, or equal to. Greater than symbol is here, and then the extra little line at the bottom is your equal to symbol. So greater than or equal to. All right. Now, this won't make sense to you right this second. I want you to put an open circle on the first two. Just draw 2 open circles, just like a regular circle, I should say. And then I want you to draw another 2 circles on the next 2. But the last 2 circles, I actually want you to shade them in.
Why?
And these are referred to closed circles. And these are referred to open circles, okay? And it doesn't make sense to you right now, but it will once we start doing the next activity. But these are like your reference points. You're like, wait, which ones have open circles and which ones have closed circles? These 2 at the bottom have closed circles. These 2 at the top have open circles, and I'll go into detail of why in a second. All right, we're going to be using this today and tomorrow. This is like the multiplication chart. This gives you a lot of answers. Might not seem like a lot, might seem really easy, like how am I going to use this again, Miss Emily? But you're going to refer back to this like you refer to a multiplication table. It has a lot of answers in this very limited amount of space. All right, so today's lesson, other than this, is to graph. So the directions is to graph. Well, what am I graphing? I am graphing this inequality. X is less than the number 2. Okay? So today we are graphing. I am telling you the inequality, x is less than 2, and your job is to graph them. So Pedro, what we start off with is we start off with a number line. Okay? Everybody's going to start off with a number line. But we don't start with 0. We start with the number that I gave you. What number did I give you? 2. 2, 2, 2. So therefore, we draw our number line, Pedro, on our paper, and we put the number 2 right in the middle. We're creating a number line. What number do I put in the middle? We don't put 0. We don't start with 0, things like that. We put this number. Now in my class, we do 2 numbers below it and 2 numbers above it. So 2 numbers below it would be the number 1, the number 0. 2 numbers above it would be the 3 and the 4. Okay? So the first step is drawing a number line. That's your first step. A very basic number line. You don't need the whole number line. Just this. Okay. You look at your inequality. Your inequality is less than, right? Now go up to your chart. Is that an open circle or a closed circle? Open circle. So you look for this symbol up here. Oh, there it is. What kind of circle does it have? It has an open circle. So that's the circle I'm going to use on top of the number 2. I'm going to have an open circle. Okay? This symbol tells me to have an open circle on the number 2. We okay so far? Okay. Now, the second, third, fourth thing now that we have to graph, we actually haven't graphed anything. You have to tell me which numbers, because x represents numbers, right? Which numbers are less than 2? The numbers on the left side or the numbers on the right side? So if I were to plug in, Sulem, the number 0 into this inequality, is 0 less than 2? Is the alligator eating the bigger number? Yes. What if I pick the number 4? Is 4 less than 2? No. Right? So do you see how 4 is not a possible answer? Because the alligator wouldn't be eating the bigger number like elementary school. But here, yes, the alligator is eating the bigger number. The alligator is happy. So what we do when we graph is we shade in the directions where our answers are. So I'm going to shade in the direction of 0 because 0 is a yes. So we literally, with our pencil, kind of shade this way. And then we add an arrow letting you guys know that, hey, my answers to this inequality, x is less than 2, are the numbers on the left. Which numbers are less than 2? 1, 0, -1, -50, -100, right? If we were to continue our number line. So you're shading the numbers that fit this problem. X is less than 2. All of these numbers are less than 2. Are there any questions so far?
No.
Okay. This is graphing. Okay. Do I ever just do one problem and then leave you alone?
Yes. Well, it depends.
But do I ever just give you one example? Show me a day where I just gave you one example and then gave you a worksheet.
Never.
Exactly.
Can you just give us a worksheet already?
Yes. X is greater than or equal to 7. Remember, I am recording, and everything that you say does get picked up by the mic. Okay. You are going to graph this. First thing you have to do is a number line. Which number goes in the middle? 7. This is a 7, so we put 7 in the middle of our number line. Okay? Then you're going to do 2 numbers below it and 2 numbers above the 7. So, simple math. What 2 numbers go below the 7? What two numbers go above the 7? Yep, that's it. 6, 5, 7, 8, 9. That's just setting up the graph, the number line. Okay, now look for this symbol on our chart. Is it an open circle or closed? Closed. So we're going to put a closed circle on the 7. Why is it closed? I'll tell you mathematically why in a second. Right now is if I look at my chart and I look for this symbol right there, it's a closed circle. Okay? Now, which numbers are greater than or equal to 7? On the left side, this is left side. On the right side, that's right side. How do I know? Pick a number on this side. I'm going to pick 9. If I were to pick 9 greater than or equal to 7, is the alligator eating the bigger number? Yes. If I were to choose one from this side, let's say I chose 5, is 5 greater than or equal to 7? Is the alligator eating the bigger number? No. So you know that 5 and this way are no good. These numbers on the right side, yes, they're possible solutions. So we would go this way. And we would shade that way. So you have to ask yourself, which side does this become true? That the alligator is eating the correct number. Now, why is it closed circle? It has to do with this bottom line. Is 7 greater than or equal to 7? It's the equal to, right? It's this extra part that makes it yes. That's why we have a closed circle, because 7 is actually a possible solution. 7 is greater than or equal to 7. Have you ever been to like the fair, Disney, Knott's, Universal, where...
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Okay. So, where you want to ride a ride and you have to be like, you line up and there's like a symbol there that, oh, you have to be taller than the little thing, little. Okay, gentlemen. So this is very similar. You have to be greater than or equal to, Brian, 7 years old to watch this movie. You have to be greater than or equal to 7 to watch the movie. So can I be 7 and watch the movie? Yes. Can I be 5 and watch the movie? No. It says the rules are X has to be greater than or equal to 7. So it's like, oh, wait, this is too young. These kids are too young to watch. Or some of the like games that we play, it says like has to be older than 5 or 3 because they're small pieces. And small kids sometimes, put things in their mouth that they're not supposed to, like dangerous. Yes. So that's where this comes from. Like inequalities are like that. You have to be greater than or equal to 7. Everyone in this classroom is greater than or equal to 7 years old, right? All right. Stop, Emmanuel. Okay, let's continue. X is greater than or equal to 5. So, how far can you get on graphing without me? How many steps can you take before I start doing the work? How much have you are now able to do on your own? Yes, it is.
It's hard.
Well, make sure you turn off the iPad when I start teaching. That's the first thing. Not get distracted by your iPad. Second, leave that there. Perfect place to just leave it there. Okay, first thing, draw your number line. Brian, do you need something? What number goes right in the middle? 5. Very good. 5 is greater than or equal to 5. The very first thing we wrote in our notebook is how to say these symbols. Open or closed circle? Look at your chart. Closed. You literally look for this in what we first wrote down. Oh, there it is. What kind of symbol is that? Oh, greater than. close it up. Okay, I'm looking for numbers. Andrea, I'm looking for numbers that are greater than or equal to 5. Are they on the left or are they on the right? Now you can choose any numbers. Some of you can like say them without doing real, you can do them without just using common sense. Others, let's plug in these numbers. So let's do 6. So is 6, we plug it in for x, greater than or equal to 5? Is the alligator eating the bigger number? Yes. So we can stop right there. This satisfies the problem. 6 is greater than or equal to 5. So then I know if 6 is good, we're going to shade in that direction. 3. If I plug in 3 here, is 3 bigger than, greater than 5? No, so I can't shade in this direction. I shade in the direction where the numbers make the problem okay. All right. Can you graph this one? X is less than 30. You have to be less than 30 to play laser tag. Just making it up. You have to be less than 30 to play laser tag. X is a number. X is how old you are. You have to be less than 30 years old to go in the bounce house. That's a good one. Can't be really old to go in the bounce house. Might hurt yourself. What? Oh, for tomorrow. 30. Brian, did you graph? Open or close circle? Huh? So you haven't graphed. All right. First thing you do, you look at this. You go here, and if you don't have them memorized, you go to the page that we just did. You look for this symbol on this page. Oh, it's right there. What kind of circle does it have? Open circle. So on the 30, I am going to have an open circle. Okay? I'm looking for numbers that are less than 30. Left or right? Which numbers are less? These, right? Yeah, you can be 1 on the bouncy house. Mathematically, it's like if I pick this number, is 28 less than 30? Yes. Now, if I plug in 30, the actual number, is 30 less than 30? No. They're equal to. That's why we have an open circle. We have an open circle because 30 is not less than 30. It's equal to. But because we don't have an equal sign, that's why we have an open circle. Because we don't have that equal to part. We're okay? Mm-hmm. There is a shortcut. Has anybody noticed a pattern in which way we shade that has nothing to do with math? Has nothing to do with math.
Why is it so white?
Is there anyone who has noticed a pattern in the way we're shading? Yes. Say that one more time.
The corners in the direction we shade.
What do you mean the corners? I think you're on the right track.
The angle is like this, and the corner of the angle we shade like that.
Like in our problem? So this is called an inequality. So this So can you get in the correct seat? It's your fault. You're not in the right seat. So Leilani, say that one more time because I think you're going to help 99% of the students in here by your shortcut. So this inequality, you call it a corner. This inequality, what? Tells us what? So this corner is pointing in which direction? To the right. Which way did we shade? So let me highlight it in pink. See here how it's pointing in that direction? Look at this arrow. Isn't it the same direction? Let's go down here. You see this pink line right here that I'm drawing right now? Isn't it the same pink line I'm drawing right here? Isn't it going in the same direction? Look at here. 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 This is the way to do it without doing the math. Yes, but I can't show it to you right away because I have to show you, Masai, the math, like this part, like why am I shading this way? Because we're trying to find the numbers that fit.
Wait, just me?
No, because you were on your phone.
Oh.
All right, so let's do that shortcut. X is less than or equal to, let's say 45. Let's try to do this one with the shortcut. Which way? It's the left. So you see how it's pointing to the left? So you know that you're going to shade to the left. Yeah, so let's do the number line. Yes, you do. 45, 44, 43, 46, 47. Open or close circle? When you see this little line, when you see this line, extra line, it's closed. Okay? When you see that line, that means it's automatically closed. All right. Yeah. So this arrow, this corner, this points in the same direction. Do you guys see it? That's the shortcut way. Okay? The mathematical way is what I taught you before. And I had to teach it to you that way. And then I hope and pray and hope and cross my fingers that someone out there sees the trick, Edwin, and then can explain the trick to everybody, and then it makes sense. And it's easier for everybody to go like, oh, this literally points in the direction we're shading. And that lessens the level of difficulty. All right. So let's practice. There's only one time the shortcut doesn't work. Only one time the shortcut doesn't work.
Where'd you get that swim shirt?
All right. Yes. I didn't give you enough? Paper feels kind of weird.
I only got one.
Paper feels really weird. Very thick. It feels really... Okay, I need you to turn your notebook. Everybody, don't put your notebook away. I need to see this on everyone's desk. This page. Because this page tells you open or close circle. Hopefully after today you have them memorized. But today you're going to have this open to this side. And then, yeah. This one, you guys want to write yourself a little note here. Shade, which way is this? Left? This one's shade left. This one is shade right. This one is shade left. This one is shade right. 99% of the time. There's only one time where this shade left, shade right doesn't work. So first one is shade left. Second one is shade right. Third one is shade left. Last one is shade right because it's pointing to the right. It's pointing to the left, right, left. Do you guys see those?
Yeah.
So literally points to the left, points to the right. Isabella, we got these. Got these extra little bubbles to help us. memorize this and help us graph this correctly. Diego, do you have these bubbles that I added to my notes? All right. Let's look at the first one. -2. Okay. They already did the number line for us. Yay, thank you. Open or close circle. So you look for it on your chart. This symbol. Tanya, we look at our notes and we go, okay, where is this symbol? Hello?
Why did it have the zero on the shape greater than or?
Okay, so we're going to put a closed circle on the -2, Tanya. Now, which way do I shade? Left or right? Right, because it's pointing to the right. And you're done. I mean, you can extend the all the way, whatever. Easy?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I know, like everything in math, the first couple of examples might be hard. You kind of, like, this is a lot. That's why we do more than one example and kind of go slow and work together on this. Number 2, across. On the 5, do I have an open or closed circle?
Open.
You look at your notes and go, oh, there it is. It's open circle. And then which way do I shade? Left. What was that, Jason?
There's no other sign. Aren't there supposed to be like at least 200 or more?
Where?
Or less?
What? Where?
There's not a other number right next to this.
No, this is because they did the number line. When you guys do the number lines for me, like on your homework or on a test, and you draw them, I want 2 below and 2 above. If they give you the graph, then we just have to use what they give us. All right, keep going, front and back.